It's 2:14 in the afternoon. Let's get it. All right, today we are going to be talking about the truth is only for those who are intelligent enough, spiritually mature enough to handle it. Okay? So here are 7 types of people to be very careful with when it comes to telling them the truth. And I'm also going to give you 5 ways to avoid telling them the truth without flat out lying. All right, so make sure you stay tuned to the end. And jump in the chat if this is something that resonates with you. So most people are too stupid to understand the truth. That's number 1. And then number 2 is, pardon me, spitting all over the place. Number 2 is the truth is ultimately malleable. It really fucking is. A lot of people don't understand that because they're just too stupid to get that. Well, the truth is the truth and the truth is the truth. No, it's not. It isn't, never has been, never will be. There are moral and objective truths. There are objectively moral perspectives, objectively moral and objectively true things. They do exist, but you have to understand there is context for that. Okay, I'm a cellist, have been for 30 years, and I cannot tell someone the truth of playing the Bach suites in the Urtext edition. And if you're a cellist, you know what I'm talking about. I cannot say that to a random bloke. There's absolutely no mode of communication. It would frustrate me, it would take too long, and they would still misunderstand it. So just like Jesus said, let him that have ears and him that have eyes understand what I'm saying. And he would say, verily, 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 I say unto you, truthfully, truthfully, I say to you. And he had different layers of truth. Just like the Bible, there are different layers of truth. The Bible can be understood at the surface level, which is for idiots and children, which is the literalist version. And you can go deeper to the unitive version. There are many versions in between, but it's the same Bible. It's called, in music and in art, other forms of art, it's called double entendre. So you have multiple meanings and different layers or triple layers on one phrase. Okay, so life is like that too. And for us apex humans, for geopolitical Christians, you cannot be profoundly, exceptionally truthful to everyone. And I've had to learn that. You know, I am neurodivergent and I look at human experience and I look at humans and I think, oh, we're all, children of God and everyone has a certain level of integrity. No, we don't all have certain deeper levels of integrity. As a matter of fact, there are a lot of people whose very nature is based on lies. They are just profoundly useless, worthless worm people. And this is how they were made. Don't judge them. God made them. Don't judge God. Just let them be what they are. Treat them as they are and give them the type of information they need to have. So in this video, we're going to talk about 7 types of people that are too stupid and too spiritually mature to handle the truth. Keep the truth from them. But this is how you can do it without lying. So we're going to talk about the 7 people right now. The first group of people that you want to keep the truth from, you never want to tell them the truth, is the fucking gossipers, okay? These people are going to take your business, they're going to put it out in the street, they're going to wait for you to tell them something juicy, and then they're going to take it and give it to the people. Take it to give it to your enemies. They are going to carry the truth that you're bringing to them off to the people that are waiting to cut your head off. Don't tell them the truth. I'm going to talk about how to deal with them in the end, but stay tuned to the end of the video, and then I'll help you. Okay, we got some activity in the chat. Crunch Daniels, Mark 10:11. Jesus says, why do you call me good? No one is good except for God alone. Amen to that. Obviously, it means Jesus was not wanting us to pray to him. He came here to connect us to God the Father. He did that. We have to respect that and do what he said. Only call God the Father. There's no good but God. That is exactly what it means. It means exactly what it says. There, it's very hard to read through that and try and fuck that up, but God knows the church is going to fuck that shit up. All right? Jesus was like, there's none good but God, meaning there's none holistic, none true, none perfect but God. Connect with God. Don't even call him good. Jesus said that. He also said in in Mark 14, verse 14, 12 through 14, that we're going to do greater works than him. So if Jesus was the one you need to pray to and treat as if he's God, then he just invalidated all of that. He also said you are gods in John 10, 34 and 35. But again, I'm not going to get into that. That's a Athanasian versus Arian Christian doctrine. It goes back to the beginning of the ages of the church. Okay, Tommy Slovica says, greeting from Slovakia. Pardon me, Tommy, Slovakia. Welcome, welcome. I love the Slavic people. All right, I'm just stopping by to spread some love and positivity. God bless you, Tommy, Slovakia. I love Slovakian people. Also, hit the like button so I can help with the algorithm. Thanks so much. Have a blessed day, Tommy, Slovakia. Be blessed. May all the wisdom of the Most High imbue you and fill you with beautiful truth and love. And may you be surrounded by all the good things that God has for you, Mr. Tommy, Slovakia. Expert Animal 435. Say Haktwa and I'll sub. All right, I read it. Haktwa, okay? All right, there are people that are into that. But so we're going to talk about, so the first group were the gossipers. Stay away from gossipers. Don't tell them the truth. And I'm going to say it. Your parents could be gossipers. The people that you love, that love you the most, have a vested interest in your success, could be gossipers. They could take your, oh, I had sex with this person and I think I got an STI. And they could share that with your grandmother, share it with your aunt. Keep it to yourself. You may love them. Just because you love somebody doesn't mean that they're going to fucking take your truth and spread it in the street. You love them with all your heart. They love you too. And they mean you well, but they are gossipers. Don't tell them the truth, okay? All right. Cynics are the second group of people that you need to keep the truth from. Cynics. Never share your dreams, your plans, your goals with these people. Again, it doesn't matter how much a person loves you. It doesn't matter how much a person likes you or whatever. That's irrelevant. Sometimes the people can love you, but they just have a cynical spirit or a gossiper spirit. They will destroy your dreams. Cynics will destroy your dreams. Never share your dreams with cynics, okay? I have people very close, well, used to be close to me. I don't talk to them really much anymore. But this individual, I used to share all of my dreams with her, and she would shoot them to shit. She would just destroy them immediately. And I loved her dearly. I knew her my entire life. And I just stopped telling her my dreams, and my dreams started to come true. Guess how that happens? All right, Explore Animals, we're talking about that. Am I Jamaican? Remy Jeremy said no, but I think one of my ancestors was from Jamaica. One of my ancestors was from Jamaica. So anyway, so yeah, never share your plans or your dreams with cynics. That's the second group of people. Oh, one of my friends just got her tickets to Burning Man. Whoop whoop. All right, they will tear your dreams down. They would tear you down. They would tear your dreams down. So make sure you do not share that with them. All right, the third group of people are psychic vampires. Anton LaVey talks about these people. They're people that feed off of your intelligence, your apex humanity, your geopolitical Christian nature, and they use you to keep themselves alive. These are parasites by nature. It's just their nature. They're parasites by nature. And they cannot, God gives everybody eternal life. Okay. Everybody has access to that. But they choose to siphon life off of you. Like worms in your gut. Like if you get a worm in your gut, these people are worms, but they're the parasitical human worm type, right? And they exist. So you just gotta make sure you do not share any of your stuff with these people. Pardon me. All right. I got all my stuff all kind of flipped around here. Pardon me. All right, come on. All right. All right, I fucked my shit up here a little bit. All right. So yeah, stay away from these people. Don't tell them your truth. All right. And I know it's like beautiful to be truthful and honest and all that shit, but you got to keep your truth to yourself. Okay. All right. No, I'm not Rasta at all. Hi, bro. Hello, Lawrence. Welcome to the show. Well, welcome to the talk. We're talking about the 7 types of people that you want to keep the truth from. You never want to tell these people the truth. They will weaponize it and destroy you. So make sure you drop a like and subscribe if this kind of content serves you. I talk about all kinds of wonderful, amazing, important things for apex humans and for geopolitical Christians. Okay. All right. So you talked about the psychic vampires. Psychic vampires need your energy to feed them. God gives all of us eternal life. God gives all of us abundance and joy, and we all have a connection to the Most High. The problem with psychic vampires, Anton LaVey talks about this. I know he's the father of the Church of Satan. Everybody's going to piss their pants, but he was very intelligent. He understood that there are people that siphon your energy. They will listen to your stories. They will listen to your plans, things like that. They will build you up just so that they can suck the energy off of you. And you'll notice that after dealing with them, you feel tired, you feel weak, you feel drained. You may be married to these people. You may have these people as children. You may have these people as parents, as siblings or whatever, or even friends. It's best to cut psychic vampires out of your life. The easiest way to do it is to feed them the same vampirism and they will just leave, but I'll make a whole nother video on that. But these people will drain you of your life force, drain you of your energy, and you won't move forward. You will not be able to live your full purpose that God has for you as a geopolitical Christian or as an apex human. So make sure you never tell a psychic vampire the whole truth. Tell them the stories they want to hear, and they will realize that they are feeding off the fumes of feces, and they won't go anywhere. So they will go somewhere. They go out of your life. Okay. The fourth type of person, if you're a guy that you shouldn't tell the whole truth to, is your female spouse. It's your girlfriend or your wife. Especially don't tell the girlfriend the whole truth about everything all the time. Never be super vulnerable with a female that you intend to spend a long time with. She's got to prove herself worthy of your vulnerability if you're a man, okay? So never be fully transparent or fully vulnerable with a woman that you love enough to have as a long-term partner. She's got to prove herself. Keep her in there for 3, 4, 5 years, and then open up little by little. Your truth, your full truth to her, and your vulnerability is a very slippery slope, because your vulnerability is like the keys to your bank account, okay? You never let your girlfriend have your ATM PIN number. That's stupid. You deserve for her to rob you if that happens, okay? And you also deserve her to weaponize that against you if you do that. That's stupid. Same if you're wife of 2 or 3 years. Okay, you don't necessarily want to fuse your bank accounts that quickly unless you've been dating her for like 6 or 7, 10 years or whatever, something, and you vetted her. Okay, so your female spouse, if you're a man, never be completely honest or straightforward with her. Okay, um, again, tell her enough truth to keep her in the mix and let her know that you respect and love her. But don't be vulnerable with her and crying at her because your boss said something hurtful that triggered you. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. We got a lot of things going on in the bed. So what's all this about? This is about the 7 types of people that will weaponize your truth, weaponize your honesty, weaponize your transparency, and use it to destroy you. We're on number 4, which is your female spouse or your female girlfriend, that sort of thing. So females in general, unless she's your boss or unless she's like your comrade, like you're working together, and she's like really like totally in there, she's got a lot of integrity and accountability. Don't be just giving your female ladies, partners, all that, women in your life, all that, like your mom. Don't tell your mom all the truth, man. Keep that shit to yourself. All right, because then you're totally castrating yourself. Okay. Crunch Data said God. Yeah, God takes all the truth. Okay, you always give God the truth. Obviously, God knows everything anyway. So if you're gonna hide from God, you're just hiding from yourself. You're lying to yourself. You can never lie to God. It's impossible. Christian God, of course, the Christian God. Jesus is not necessarily God. He is, but he's as God as we are. Okay, he came to bring us the divinity and help us to become, apotheosized. The concept of theosis is an Orthodox Christian concept, which is a true concept. The Catholics and the Protestants failed because they lost that concept. But that's just what happens when you splinter away from the truth. Okay. All right. Crunchy Dan said yes. Mustafa said thumbs up. Thank you, Mustafa. All right, Mr. Mandu, God bless you, man. Have a nice day. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the blessings. Crunch Dan says, these are the people not to share yourself with. That's so true. Stay away from psychic vampires. Lord knows. Because they will just drain you of all your energy. Look, these can be people that raised you. These can be your own parents. Love them with all your heart. Love them with godly love, but do not give them everything. They will unintentionally just destroy you with it. Okay. Don't have any girlfriend. Hey, look, I'm with you on that, man. I mean, look, if you are a man of God, probably it's a good idea not to have a girlfriend. Look for a consort or a wife or a fellow empire builder, a woman that's going to help you to build God's kingdom in this world as an apex human, as a geopolitical Christian. You don't want a female by your side. You want a woman, a daughter of the Most High, a lady of the Lord under you, under you, you know, and beside you too. But you do want her beside you. You want her beside you. But yeah, you kind of want to be careful when it comes to girlfriends. Look, if you're gonna have a girlfriend, just go to a harlot. If you need sex that bad, just go to a harlot. Of course, honor the laws of your country. Go to Nevada if you live in the United States or something, or go to Amsterdam or wherever, Mexico. But just have a harlot. Knock your rocks off. Set money aside for that. Be intelligent with your finances, and just have a harlot. And then when you're ready to commit, when you're done sowing your wild oats, you're ready to commit, and you're ready to have a family, and you're ready to let a woman know what time it is as far as, what you need in a relationship and what you'll put up with, then go in it. But don't jump in with a girl, because they'll trick you into marrying them, because they need that stability and structure. So anyway, Trinity, yeah, don't have a girlfriend. That's good, man. Build your life, build yourself. Crunch Daniel says, not as God as we are. I could not feed 5,000 with two fish and bread. Crunch Daniels, I'm with you on that. You know what? If you started a company and you let the Lord lead, you'll find a way to serve 5,000 people with two loaves and fish. God always listen. Jesus said in it was Mark 14. Mark 14. Pardon me. Let me grab my Bible. I always got my Bible. I read it every day. I love my Bible. Let me grab it out. God's wonderful word, and this doesn't negate all the other. Excuse me. John 14. Pardon me, all. Pardon me, all. John 14, 12 through 14 says, verily, verily, I say to you, truly, truly, I say to you, talking about truth, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go to my Father. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. So Jesus is helping us out. And by the way, the Orthodox Christians got it right. You can petition the saints, pray to the saints, get help from the saints. Jesus is obviously the apex of all the saints, of all the leaders, of all the prophets. Jesus is the top. God, everybody beneath them, but you can go directly to God. You don't got to go to the saints and the angels and Jesus. You don't have to do that. But Jesus let us know, just because he went to the Father. He opened the door. He opened the gate for us to have that access. All right. So anyway, let's get back into it. So number 5, the fifth type of person you need to avoid telling the truth to are the ideologues. Okay, let's see here. Mustafa says, Muzaffar Ali said, what do you think? What's your thought on other religions like Hinduism, Islam, Zoroastrian, Buddhism, etc.? As a geopolitical Christian, just like the Orthodox Christians, we understand that truth is in all religions, all faith paths, even left-hand path, even paganism. All right, you notice I quoted Anton LaVey, the father of the Church of Satan. This is the thing. The highest truth is in Christianity. That's where the highest truth is found. But the truth is everywhere. All right. Like the Bible says, the rocks will cry out the truth of God. The rocks will praise God. The rocks will give glory to God. So let's not pretend like God had all these humans everywhere and messed up. It was like, oops, these little natives in the jungle or these savages don't get the truth. No, the truth can be found anywhere. It's just that the highest truth is found in Christianity. And Orthodox Christianity, I would say, probably has the most of it. And then geopolitical Christianity is the truth for today. It's a contextualized truth. All right. Orthodox Christianity is generally the greater truth, but geopolitical Christianity is the Christianity that is the bridge between humanity and Christianity. But Orthodox Christianity is probably the real Christianity. I hate to say that. I grew up a Protestant Christian Seventh-day Adventist my whole life up until I was 20. And that was 20-something years ago. And yeah, the Orthodox Christians got it, man. They got it. So yeah, all of those religions have truth. And you can be a Hindu, a Muslim, a Zoroastrian, a Yazidi, anything, and be a geopolitical Christian. But if you want to be like a nominal Christian, like a real hardcore in there Christian, it's the Orthodox Church. Greek, Eastern, Ethiopian, Coptic, whatever. They're the ones that kind of got it, y'all. I can't be with the Orthodox Christians. The only reason is because what they did to Hypatia. So that's why I'm geopolitical Christian. Because she was a great pagan teacher. She was a great prophetess in a way. And a scientist, a gymnast, a mathematician, one of the greatest minds of all time. And the way they killed her and raped her and did all this stuff, I can't get with that. So I kind of have a grudge against the Orthodox Christians on that front, and the fact that you can't get into heaven unless you're an Orthodox Christian. That's the one thing I don't get with. But I love the Orthodox Christians. I think if you're going to be Christian, go Orthodox. If you can't do Orthodox, it's too hard for you, go Catholic, pay indulgences so you can get into heaven. I just don't believe in hell. All right. Musavar said, I'm kind of lost now and want to study Christianity. Hope this channel helps me. Hey, look into geopolitical Christianity. I always recommend, I always encourage people to go to the original Christians, go to the Orthodox, go to the Catholics. The Catholics are just Orthodox. They're the apostate Orthodox, the ones that went off the path. So you can go and be a Catholic and do all the sinning that you can't do as an Orthodox and just pay for it and get back into heaven. I think God's not that pent up. But if you want to be a legitimate Christian, go Orthodox. All right. And then do you support Israel or Palestine? I support both. I support apex humans on both sides of the fence. I'm highly attracted to Israeli women, highly attracted to Palestinian women. As far as I'm concerned, they're the apex females. I love the Sephardim Jewish women. They're the most gorgeous women to me in the world. And then any Middle Eastern, Latinas have a lot of that genetics because they are mixed with like Jewish and Palestinian stuff. So I'm like into those types of women. So I support both sides. I do not. I think Israel is a sovereign nation and it should act as a sovereign nation. And I think the Palestinians are a sovereign people. They just got to get rid of Hamas. I think Israel's got to stop blowing up its own people to push narratives. But I love the Jewish people. I love Israel. Um, and I'm not a Zionist, but I love Israel. I love the Jewish people. Um, I love the Israelis. I love the Palestinians. I love Palestinian women. And I think they all can win. I think it's just apex humans anywhere. I'm with you. If you're apex human, you're geopolitical human, a geopolitical Christian human, I'm with you. So Crunch Dan said, comment on Noah's flood. It's a hard pill to swallow that God regretted creating humans and killed them all. Yeah, I'm down with that. As he knew it would happen before even creating Adam. Look, I think God wipes people out every couple thousand years because he has to. People are fucking stupid, generally. And people inbreed, backbreed, downbreed, and become worms again. And then God's got to kill them off all the time. So I'm okay with that. God's done it millions of times. The Bible's the newest iteration of the truth. And so, yeah, I'm okay with God doing that. And then God's going to do it again. God's going to wipe everybody out again. I think that's okay. I think God is wonderful, beautiful, merciful, loving, because this is the thing. We are part of God. And if God decides to draw this beautiful masterpiece, which is our world, and says, you know what, erase and start all over, guess what? He's going to call us back into the world. So transmigration of the soul is a Yazidi tradition, a Sabian tradition, and I think the qualities of it in some of the real esoteric forms of Christianity and Judaism and Islam, Sufism. So we don't die. We live forever. The serpent was right. And I know that the mainstream Christians will wet their pants when they hear that. But Jesus is symbolized by the serpent. He's the one that came to give us the truth. And when we were ready for it, not everybody's ready for the truth. Muzaffar Ali, not an anti-Semite, but I have serious concerns about the government. I get you. The Israeli government has a lot of corruption, a lot of weird things. They did a lot of terrible things to American soldiers in the 1970s. They nearly killed a bunch of our soldiers. It was really weird, but that was us. That was the American government at the time doing that. It was weird. Muzaffar Ali, Israel government doing genocide. Yeah, it's a weird situation out there, man. It's a weird situation out there. And just be an apex human. Don't get on the side of victims. If people are being victimized, it's a very hard pill to swallow, but stay away from that, because victimization is a demonic possession on the part of the victimizer and on the part of the victim. And I think that, as the Bible says in Isaiah and in all throughout the Bible, in Deuteronomy, it says it, God's children, his elect, we're not going to be victims. We're victorious. We're children of the Most High. We're winners by our very nature. So if we are being victimized or suffering or something like that, that's because we have sided with the enemy, which is not necessarily Satan. It's the enemy is demonic possession, demonic powers, demonic forces. And so they're not bad. They're just put in the wrong place. Like I always say, a cup of bleach is demonic based on how you use it. If you drink that cup of bleach, it's demonic. If you use the cup of bleach to clean your table, it's divine and righteous. So victimhood, it has its place, right? It can teach you a lot. If you're a victim as a child of some terrible abuse or something like that, You can experience that. You can come through it. You can come out victorious, and you can be the strongest person in the world. You can give glory to God's name because you overcame a terrible thing, and God's glorified through your pain, but you overcome it. You stop being a victim. All right. Crunch Daniels. He also says, "Thou shalt not kill," but then orders the Amalekites to be killed, and the Edomites, and the Philistines, and all babies and animals as well. Yeah, I do not believe in summum bonum. Summum bonum is a concept that was promoted um, by our great church founders that came in the Catholic tradition, such as Thomas Aquinas. And the summum bonum, and I think Origen, and maybe Clement, and maybe Alexander, but just go look up summum bonum, SUMMON BONUM, summum bonum. It's a concept in Christianity that is a false doctrine as far as geopolitical Christianity is concerned. God is not all good. I'm going to say it again. God is not all good. And when I'm going to put good in quotes, let me say it again with quotations. God is not all good. Human, just like Jesus said, don't call anybody good but God. So he was also telling us that God knows what good is. So don't call anybody here good. The saint that saves the poor, starving children, the Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King, even our great hope, Donald Trump. Nobody is good but God. So God knows what is good. And so if God says, now I wouldn't do that now, okay? So I'm saying don't do genocide now. But if God said to the Israelites, go kill off the Edomites, go kill off the Amalekites, go kill off the Philistines and the Zuzims and the Rephaim and the Anakim, kill them all. He said to kill all those people off, right? To Joshua, kill them off. If God says to do it, again, the Bible's an allegory. I don't think God was actually a genocidal maniac. But if God is saying to do it, it's because God sees a greater good that humans don't. And also it's an allegory. God's talking about cleansing ourselves from poor habits, poor ideas, negative patterns. That's what God is talking about. He's not talking about going out and killing people. But, again, idiots not going to get that. They're going to say, oh, well, let's go and kill the people that are bad. Not necessarily, okay? So if they're, I'm not going to get into it. I'll make another video about that maybe in another channel because I get canceled for that. Talking about who. Anyway, so yeah, I'm down with God saying, wipe out people in the Bible. I don't think there's anything inherently disharmonious about that. So a lot of people get turned off when they say, well, God says, kill off these people and stone those people and blah, blah, blah. For me, it's allegory. I don't think God is actually about you going out and murdering people, okay? All right. All right. So yeah. So and it's in the idea in that part of the Bible too. Also look up the word Amalekite, okay, and look up what it means because there's an esoteric understanding there. When you look up the Amalekites, it actually means something, and then it tells you something about your psyche. There are things in our psyche we need to purge, just like this video is talking about. There's 7 types of people you need to purge from your inner circle. You cannot tell them all your truth. If you do that, they will destroy you. So we're at the 5th type of person you want to tell the truth to are the ideologues, the ideologues, not idiots, but the ideologues, the ideologues. These are religionists, moralists, and activists. A religionist is going to find the sin in your new idea. If you have this new unconventional idea, they're going to find a way to find it sinful, and they're going to call you a bad person, and they're going to flood you with guilt. If they're a moralist, they're going to do the same thing. The activists are useless. Don't even say anything to them, because activists they want to go and like fix the world by crying in the street and gluing themselves to the pavement and we shall overcome. Those people, right? Just keep your truth away from those people. They're the contradictions be adding up though. They're not contradictions. Crunchy Daniels, great comment. So for geopolitical, this is why I created geopolitical Christianity. Because in geopolitical Christianity, there is no contradiction in the Bible when you read it allegorically, when you read it esoterically. When you read it literally, the Bible contradicts itself left to right, from one page to the other, from the New Testament to the Old Testament. Jesus doesn't say the same thing from gospel to gospel to gospel. He says that Daniel ate the shewbread, and then he doesn't say it in the thing, and then he messes this fact up, and he messes that up. The Bible's a complete mess when you read it as a moralistic Christian. When you read it as a religionist. But when you read it as an apex human, as a geopolitical Christian, you understand that all of these stories are tens of thousands of years old, and they've just been regurgitated and retold and resold and rewritten so that humans who are apex humans, who can see the inner truth, like Jesus said, him that hath ears to hear and eyes to see, let him discern the truth of what I'm saying. Jesus did not speak to the ideologues, to the religionists, to the Sanhedrin, to the Pharisees, to the religious mainstream Christians. He was speaking to his brothers and sisters, the apex humans, the exceptional humans of humanity. We are the lions and the tigers of the forest, right? We are the ones at the top. And so he was speaking to us. He wasn't speaking to the people that are like, well, if you have tattoos, you're going to hell. If you're gay, you're going to hell. He wasn't talking to those people. Stone her for being an adulteress. She's a whore. She should be burned at the stake. She's a witch. Put a lodestone around her neck and throw her in the sea. He wasn't talking to those people. Those are not his cohorts. Those are not his community. By the way, when he was put on the cross and killed, big quotes, there's a lot of things in the Bible. You don't need to. But when you read the Bible, you see things like, when they crucified Jesus, they took aloes and hyssop. If you know anything about aloes and hyssop, those are like sterilizing and healing herbs. Aloe is not an herb, but it is, right? You take that to people that you're going to like do therapy on, that you're going to help, that you're going to heal. They also didn't break his legs when he was on the cross. Jesus might not have died. He may have died, but he was probably resuscitated by the people that knew him. And the angels that were there were probably just people that had better technology from a higher culture, came in, resuscitated him, fixed his body up, and then took him to a better culture. That's what I believe, because they were advanced cultures on the earth at that time. The Romans were a very inferior culture. We're just their descendants. And so we think of them as advanced, but they weren't. They were very inferior. The Romans were savages. The Greeks were the last superior Western culture, and then the Romans, and it just went down from there. But anyway, I digress. So the ideologues are the fifth group of people, pardon me. Yeah, the fifth group of people you want to avoid. And then, of course, you got the critics. Stay away from critics. Never tell them your dreams and desires. The critics are like the cynics. So they're pretty much the same people. They will dismiss your dreams. They will destroy them. And they will cause you to doubt yourself and take the energy from your dreams. Just like the psychic vampires and the cynics. Let's get in the chat. So, yeah. There's that. So the critics, never tell them your dreams, because they will drain the power and they will frustrate you. You will not be able to move forward towards your dreams, because now you're battling the critic and trying to prove to them why your dream makes sense. And anytime you explain yourself, explain your dreams, explain your process to someone, and they're not eating it up and yeah, okay, that's making the light bulbs in my head go off. If they're critical of you, that's why you don't share things with your girlfriend or your wife, certain things. Then it's taking away from your dream. It's like there are things that I'm doing for my family or for people I love, whatever. They don't fucking need to know what I'm building. It's like there was a time when I went out and did something huge for my family, and I just left and went and did it. And when I came back and had succeeded and was victorious, the person I was married to at the time gave me a hug, and she hadn't given me a hug in like 5 or 6 years, something like that. And so, but I didn't say a thing to her when I went out and did it. I just went out and did it, and I succeeded. Now, if I told her and tried to get her to get on my side, it would have destroyed my dream. So critics are the sixth type of people you never want to share your dreams with. Don't tell them the truth. Keep the truth to yourself, okay? All right. And then finally, the seventh type of people, it should be obvious. You never tell the people the truth. You never tell these people your truth, your vulnerable inner story, your inner thing, is stupid people. Don't be honest with stupid people. They're too dumb to understand it, okay? They're just not going to get it, and you're going to get frustrated. The more you say to them, the less they're going to understand. And they're going to be like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. They're dumb. They're stupid. Fuck them. Don't say anything to them. Jesus was like that, you know? The Pharisees were the dumbass, stupid-ass fucking idiots. So were the Sadducees. But they were the elite, quote-unquote elite. They weren't really elite. They were just the leaders of that society. And Jesus was actually a Pharisee. He was a rabbi, but he disbanded because he was surrounded by idiots, and he was tired of it. As a child, as a 12, 13-year-old boy, he was a young man. He was smarter than them. He was probably, if Jesus was a real person, he was probably autistic meaning he was probably not autistic, but he was probably on the spectrum. We'll say he was neurodivergent. Spiritually, he was a fucking genius. And so, if he was a real person. So, he, at a 12, 13-year-old young man, went before the Sanhedrin, before the Pharisees, and they were fucking blown away about how well he understood the law and the commandments and the prophets. You're like, this is a 12, 13-year-old kid. He knows us better than us. They wanted to take him from his parents and keep him in the synagogue so that he could teach them. So Jesus was smarter than them. So he didn't tell them everything. You'll notice that Jesus sometimes redirected them. So we're going to get into now the 5 ways that you can keep the truth from stupid people, critics, ideologues, your spouse, female, psychic vampires, cynics, and gossipers without lying to them. All right? Make sure you drop a like if this is serving you. Subscribe if you like raw, real, apex human spirituality, creative awareness that really awakens your apex humanity and helps you to connect with the real God of the Most High and get you there. Thank you guys for the likes. God bless you all. Okay. Yeah, the contradiction. Yeah. Crunchy Dan said, Jesus is authentic. Jesus laughed my ass off. Jesus autistic is so funny. It's unexpected. Well, look, think about it, man. I'll just say he was neurodivergent. Because think about it, man. He was so fucking brilliant. He was just ahead of his times. And a lot of people want to say he was alien. No, he was the son of Joseph. It says that, I think, in the genealogy in Matthew or in one of the Gospels. It says that Jesus was the son of Joseph. And often throughout the Gospels, it says, isn't that Joseph's son? And then people talking about he was the son of God. All of us are sons of God. All of us are daughters of God, right? Jesus was exceptional. He was probably on the spectrum, like our dear beloved president, who I think is on the spectrum, like Elon Musk, like Kanye West, like all these other great minds, okay? So anyway, there are 5 options that you can use to keep the truth to yourself if you don't want to lie to people. And anyway, we're going to get into it. Number 1, just say nothing. If a gossiper comes to you and they, oh, so what's going on? What's new to you? Everything is well. Oh, but something, tell me more. Just do this. Silence. All right? Don't say anything. Just stop talking. Number 2, people come to you. They want to get your truth. Psychic vampire, gossiper, critic, cynic, your girl. Just keep it short. Hey, what's new for you? Life is good. You know, everything's going great. How's it going with your girlfriend? I know you guys have been having issues. No, God is good. Hey, what about your job? I know that you were thinking of looking for a new job. No, you know, things are great and it's good. Life is really good. Yeah, well, you're not going to tell me more? Oh, everything's good. There's nothing more to say. Keep it short. All right. And then number 3, obfuscate. 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 That just means to render things obscure. And I've done this many times. You know, somebody will come to me and they're like, hey, brother, have you heard the good news of Jesus Christ? Yes, I have, brother. Thank you so much. God bless you. Hey, brother, I want to tell you about our church. Oh, yeah, tell me about it. Blah, 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 blah. And they go on this whole thing. So have you accepted Christ? That's where you keep it short and keep it moving. But let me use another example. Your girl is asking you like some question. I'm not going to make this complicated. Just make it confusing. I've done this too with police. I'm going to say, how do I say this? You heard the word, so I'm not going to say who I did this with. But there have been individuals that I've done this with, and it worked magically. Give them more details. Sometimes give them a bunch of useless details. Yeah, and so, you can look through, and here's this, and here's that. And by the way, you know, I was going to the store today, and I found out, have you seen this? And blah, blah. Give them a bunch of stupid, unimportant details to render the entire conversation obsolete. When you give people more details than they ask for, and I'm not talking about the important details, I'm talking about stupid details that don't matter. It obfuscates what's going on. You say a bunch of stuff, and they're like, I can't fucking take it anymore. And they just stop asking, they walk away. I've done that with certain groups of people that I didn't want to deal with, and I was fine. All right, so I'm not going to say, you heard me say the word initially, but I ain't trying to incriminate myself. That was number 3. All right, let's jump into the chat. Some action happening here. No. Crunch Dave said, no, talking of Jesus. No, he just preached beliefs that were very unpopular at the time. Hey, man, typical neurodivergent. Neurodivergence just means that it's not autistic. I'm not going to call Jesus autistic because he wasn't autistic. He was neurodivergent, which just means that neurodivergence means you're atypical, neuroatypical. So everybody is, okay, we need to pay money to the priest and we need to do this, and we need to like give all our money to the fucking stupid ass Pharisees, right? And we're just gonna do it. Jesus was like, why? That's neurodivergent. Everybody's thinking like this. Neurodivergent means you diverge from the main path of thinking, and Jesus was neurodivergent, which made him brilliant. All right, so Coco Nutter, hey, you're back. Hello, I'm back to watch more. What you talking about? We're talking about the 7 types of people you should never tell the truth to, and 5 ways to keep the truth from them without flat out lying. And we're on number 4. Number 1 was say nothing. Number 2 was keep it short. Number 3 was obfuscate or render it obscure, meaning give them a bunch of details, useless details that don't incriminate yourself, that don't cover yourself, that don't tell your truth, and just keeps them listening to a bunch of words, and then they just fucking leave you alone. You can do it with your girl. Just talk about useless random stuff. Just imagine the way that she talks, because women do this, and I do it too. But I'm verbose, so I can do it. But imagine how she talks and just imitate that back to her, and she'll leave you the fuck alone. Hey, well, what happened at work today? And you don't want to talk about it. Say, oh man, we were doing a forklift, and the forklift was this, and that forklift, it's a 500 Kubota, and blah, 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 and then it, and those things have terrible carburetors. I don't know anything about forklifts, so you can tell. And then you go. And then, and then Bobby, his girlfriend for some reason just wants to buy chicken all the time. And I don't know do what your girl does. And then she'll just fucking leave you alone. All right. The 4th thing is question and questioning. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Here I went on a tangent. The 4th way to keep the truth from people that weaponize it against you is to question their questions. They come to you. A psychic vampire comes to you. That's one of the groups people don't tell the truth to. Say, so, how's it going with your wife? I know you guys were having trouble and problems because they're a psychic vampire. They want to drain you of your life force. Then you can question their questions. Yeah, so why did you want to know about that? Oh, because I'm really concerned. And I just want to know that you're doing good. Well, why are you concerned? Well, because I really care about you. Oh, what about me really causes you to care about me? Like, just keep questioning their questions. And it's just like pouring water on their fire. They're just going to go somewhere else. They're going to get uncomfortable and going to leave you alone. Jesus did that too. You can learn a lot from Jesus. All right, number 5. I said I was going to tell you guys 5 ways to keep the truth to yourself without lying. But I'm sorry, number 5 is just fucking flat out lie to them. But tell a white lie. A little white lie, not a black lie. But not a big old black lie. You may have to tell a big old black lie, but tell a little white lie first. Like, yeah, everybody knows how to lie, unless you're that neurodivergent. I had to learn how to lie, but but just tell the little white lie to get them off your back, and then follow the other 4 steps, okay? But if they really, really get on your nerves, just fucking tell them a straight up lie. And I've done this, by the way, to telemarketers. They get on the phone, they're like, oh, well, hey, we want to know your Google business, blah, 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 blah. And I'll just tell them some bullshit lie, and they just leave me the fuck alone. And they stop calling me. I say, you know what? That person isn't here anymore. He's died, so you can remove him from the, caller list. And then they don't call me anymore. All right? So anyway, those are the 7 types of people you want to keep the truth from, and then the 5 ways to keep that truth from them. And that's what we're talking about. So to recap it real quickly, if you just joined, and I'm going to close this out real quickly. There's 7 types of people you don't want to tell your full truth to. You never want to be vulnerable in front of them. Those are gossipers, cynics, psychic vampires who drain your energy, spouses, female variety, if you have a wife, girlfriend, that sort of thing. Again, you're honest with them. Be honest with them, but don't tell them your whole truth. Don't give them everything. Don't be vulnerable. Don't be crying in front of them all the time. They will kick you in the nuts, and you'll deserve it. And then the 5th type is the ideologues, which are the religionists, the moralists, the activists, people that have like a narrative that they're trying to like push to save the earth, save the world. All right, and then the critics, don't ever tell them your dreams, your plans. They'll destroy them. Number 7, the 7th group is stupid people. Stupid people, you're gonna have to explain yourself too much. It's just gonna frustrate you and gonna take your life force away. All right, what you can do instead to prevent yourself from telling the truth to people that don't deserve it, who will weaponize the truth against you, is number 1, say nothing. Just stop talking. Just look at them in the face. Stare at them. They'll get uncomfortable and they'll leave you the fuck alone. Number 2, keep it short. Short, superficial answers. Number 3, obfuscate, meaning render it confusing. Give them a bunch of useless details they don't care about, and they're just going to get tired of listening to you and walk away. And then number 4, question their questions. If they are asking you all these deep questions, ask them why they're asking them. And then ask them why they wanted to know. And then ask them this. And just keep throwing the question back at them until they feel it's uncomfortable. And if they like, I'm starting to feel like you don't care about a relationship. This is your girl saying this. And if she's at that point, then you can just say, well, you know what time it is, bitch. No, don't say that. Bitch, you know what time it is. Get the stepping. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's hurtful. Then she has a trauma story. He was a narcissist. Her pretty little face is going to get all twisted up. Women are so adorable. I fucking love women so much. I really do love women. They're the fucking best. They're the best thing that God created was fucking women, man. They are so God blessedly, beautifully, heavenly, wonderful. Even their stink smells good. That's not true. Women can be real stinky. But yeah, women are the best. And then last but not least, I said I was going to tell you guys how to tell them, keep the truth from without lying. Sometimes you just got to fucking lie. Start off with a white lie. If they don't go away, tell them a big old black lie. African American lie. There's this wonderful saying I learned from one of my teachers, Bobby Hemmett. If you know Bobby Hemmett, shout him out in the comments. He said, this is a joke, and this is, if I had lighter skin, I'd get a cancer for this, but I know niggas, I know flies. One spreads filth, the other spreads lies. The more I know niggas, the more I like flies. That's a bad one, but if you're racist, you can use it. So, these are 5 ways that you can obfuscate the truth so that you don't get the weaponizers to destroy you, and 7 groups of people that you don't want to tell the truth. Y'all, thanks for watching. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the commentary. Jesus was not autistic. He was possibly neurodivergent, but he was fucking brilliant, and I love him with all my heart. And I intend to live the best path that God has for me, and I hope you can do the same. This is raw. This is rugged. This is real. This is Apex Humanity. Geopolitical Christianity. Christianity for humanity. All right. Thanks for watching. All right. I gotta read this. Crunch Daniels. Crunch Daniels said, you ever considered formal debate? I have, but I have. I would like it. It would be fun. It would be fun. And maybe I'll get into it when I have more time. I'm too busy building my business and doing other things, working on getting my book out there. By the way, guys, I got a prayer book coming out soon. If you're interested, go to www.apexhumanity.org. You'll be able to get a membership. You'll get a nice membership card in the next month or so. We're getting that going. And then we're going to have a 30-day prayer book that's going to be offered to free along with the Apex prayer course. In the description, you'll have access to the Apex prayer course. It's free. Course is free. And then a 30-day prayer book, 7-day prayer book. And then, of course, I'll be putting out a 365 and 30-day. Give me time. It'll take a couple months, but it's coming. It's in the works. Things are getting some products out here for you guys that'll actually make your life exceptionally good. But Crunch Daniels, thank you so much. I do love debate. I think it's funny. Crunch Daniels also said, I'd be telling Indian lies. I fucking love Indians. Oh my God. Indians are so fucking funny. And they're so honest too. And of course I'm generalizing because in India you have like 97 cultures, but I fucking love Indian people. They're the funniest fucking people in the world. It's funny though, in California, where I am, I'm in a lot of places, you have a specific type of Indian. Not the kind of Indian you have in like Montreal, because it's like different types of Indians come to different places, or in New York, or wherever. It's like different types of. It's like you have different types of Chinese people, you know, in the Bay Area than you do in like in LA, or it's just interesting. But I love Indians. I think that's funny too. Indian lies. That's fucking hilarious, Crunch Daniel. That is fucking hilarious. Indian lies. I love it. Anyway, y'all be good. Y'all be blessed. Keep watching. Look, the stuff is rough, it's raw, it's ragged, but it's also Apex. It's humanity, Christianity for humanity, Christianity renewed, redefined, restored. God bless you guys. I'm out.